Dynamic, articulate, perceptive, courageous, outspoken.
Welcome back to the dojo. We got another reaction for you. This time, it's Amazon just fired 5,000 workers as warehouses shut down. Hiring freeze gets worse. This is on the Grindwire's YouTube channel. I just happened to see this thumbnail and the title, and I said, man, I used to work at Amazon. I wonder what's going on over there. So I want to get into this and see exactly what's going on with Amazon. I think it's going to be a couple of people talking about what's going on. So let's check it out.
So I just got laid off. I worked at Amazon for 3 years and left to work for a smaller startup business to take a risk for my family. I have a 5-month-old son and my family depending on me, and now we won't have insurance. So I've been thinking, do I go find a new corporate job or do I go all in?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back.
Well, I want to react to what the guy was saying. He got a young child, and he just lost his job after working there for 3 years. That's difficult. That's heavy. This man has to support a wife and child. And now he's got to figure it out. He's got to try to find another job paying as much as he was making or better. And that's not always easy to do. Sometimes you're going to have to take a pay cut when you're looking for another job, because you might have a specific skill set that allowed you to make what you made where you was at. And now that you're going somewhere new, you got to prove yourself. So who knows how hard his road's going to be moving forward, raising this new child into the world. I feel for that guy, man. Amazon is not a company that you want to put your life on the line with. They don't really keep their employees for long. That's one thing I learned. When they want to get rid of you, they gonna get rid of you. It don't matter how long you've been there, how hard you worked. When they are ready to get rid of you, they will find a way. They will find a way.
Back to another show. So Amazon orders 350,000 employees to relocate or basically come back to the office, right? Or resign without severance. Now, this is a way to fire people, right? This is a way of firing people.
And like I said, because I worked there before, I know the climate and I know how it goes down over there. Amazon orders 350 employees to relocate or resign without severance. That's a lot of people. That's more than 250,000 people. My confidence is not in Amazon to keep their workers, man, because they can just keep swinging them in and out, because there's always somebody new who's looking for a job, and when you ain't been finding work, you'll take whatever. And Amazon doesn't pay bad; they pay kind of good for just starting out. You know what I mean, entry level, but that's a lot of people.
But making them feel like it's their fault that they're fired because they didn't want to come back to the office, because wages are not keeping up with inflation. Nobody wants to relocate to major cities like Los Angeles, New York, Miami, even some places in Seattle and Oregon just to work, right? Prices are sky high. People want to stay outside of the big cities where things are, and I want to use this term lightly, reasonably okay to pay for. Most Americans are still living check to check, paycheck to paycheck, right? And as we all know, prices are sky high. But if you go back to a major city like Los Angeles, where you have rent prices that are $2,000 and up, nobody's going to want to pay for that. Nobody's going to want to relocate just to go to the office, right? So these are just more people losing their jobs unnecessarily, especially if you've been a remote employee since the pandemic, right? It's just unnecessary. And when we take a look at a lot of these warehouse closures, and Amazon, because they've been laying off for quite some time now. And just so you guys know, the black markers are canceled, purple is closed, and light purple is delayed. If we look at places like California and in the New York area here, we have quite a lot of closures, right? And Amazon warehouse jobs used to be something reasonably okay to get, right?
Yeah, I would agree. But when I look at this map and I see like you said, California and New York. I know where they're located. California is far on the west side, and New York is far on the east side. So I'm looking at it, and that's like almost all their warehouses in the state got an issue. Every last one. So what they gonna do? Like, how they gonna deliver packages to them places? Like, I don't know. I haven't the slightest idea. Is the AI takeover really starting to take off like that? That must be it. If people are still getting their packages in California and New York like nothing ever happened, that means they either working their workers a lot harder to do more hours and more stretch of distance, or they already got the robotics out there getting it done somehow, some way. And that's why they laying off all these people, because they don't need that much labor to get things done. I argue that's what it is.
But now people are fighting tooth and nail just to keep their jobs at Amazon warehouses. And we all know people who want to work Amazon warehouse jobs, or just the average day people, as well as people who are graduating college, right? They just want to get their foot in the door to have some type of income before they can probably transition into a field that they study for. But anyways, we've seen this time and time again, and we know that there are tons of tech layoffs that have happened in 2025. 150 companies laid off around 72,000 or 73,000 workers, right? So we're seeing this. This is a pattern. More and more companies are cutting corners due to AI, due to robotics, and replacing people in general, right? And it, like I said in a previous video, when everybody's laid off, who's buying anything? How is the economy running, right? The economy is terrible right now, and this job market is cooked. This is the worst job market anyone has ever seen, probably in their entire lives. I know a lot of people are comparing this job market to 2008, but I think we're well beyond 2008, right? But that's just my opinion. Anyways, take a look at some of these TikTok videos. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, if you would like to support the channel and you guys like this kind of content, like, share, comment, subscribe. And I do have some links in the bio where you guys can buy me a coffee, etc. But anyways, let's get to those TikTok videos.
I'm losing my job to AI, and there's nothing I can do about it. Graduated with a degree in graphic design and marketing, whatever, you don't need to know the rest. I go to work today. Just for reference.
It's a little hard for me to get through this one because she just constantly like moving her camera around and is extremely animated. I don't know if that's what you got to do on TikTok to get, your views and all that, but apparently this video went viral enough to make it across my desk, so let me just try to get through it.
I am a director of marketing. Working on these posters for our new promotion. We're on round 2 of the revision cycle, okay? I'm waiting for them to tell me either it's good to go to print or that they want more changes made. I'm making the changes to these posters. I get an email out of nowhere that just says, we're gonna go with these posters. Obvious it's AI, and there's only like a few tweaks that need to be made to the little poster, whatever. I'm not mad. I just wish they would have told me, because then I wouldn't have wasted my fucking time making changes on the other poster. So I just wasted my time. From now on, I'm just gonna use AI to make all of our designs, because they're doing it, so why shouldn't I? And that's why this needs to work, because I don't have a future. Okay?
A few weeks ago, I lost my job for the second time in under a year, and now I'm 27. I live in LA. I have a few months worth of savings to figure this out, and I decided that I'm going to take a risk. Instead of fully jumping into job applications, I'm giving myself 6 months to completely reset my life, because honestly, nothing in my world feels aligned right now. Not my closet, not my home, definitely not my career. And losing 2 jobs back to back just left me drained and really questioning whether I was even capable of what I was going after.
I feel you, baby girl. I had a decent job and I lost it, and it felt like my life spiraled out of control. It felt like nothing was going my way. I mean, by the grace of God, I got another job, but it's definitely a pay cut. So that reset day that you got, it might not be what you hope it is, but hopefully it's something. That's what I can say. Whatever you have to do to replace that job, it may not be what you really wanted it to be, but as long as it's something, you have a chance. So I'm gonna keep listening to her story.
I moved to LA to work in the entertainment industry because I thought it would help me fulfill my creative dreams. And while I still think there is a place for me here, I've definitely been playing it safe. And I know that if I keep doing what's expected, I'm never going to get to where I want to be. So I'm going to bet on myself and rebuild from the ground up before this window closes. My goals cover a full month's worth of living expenses without a traditional job to prove that I can sustain myself, grow this community to 10,000 people who also care about personal style and self-discovery, and get aligned with my personal style through how I dress, live, and show up every day. It's going to be a busy summer, but I'm all in because I have to be. Starting tomorrow, I'll be breaking down exactly how I plan on doing everything step by step. So if you're in the middle of a reset too, I hope this helps. Let's rebuild together.
You know that moment when you realize that you've been on a high for so long and you know shit's about to come crashing down because it's been too good for too long? I just lost my job.
Yep, I know that feeling, girl. I know that feeling. When you on that, everything's going good, no problems, no issues. You got money in the bank, you saving up, you got a car, you got a place to live, you got food on the table. Yeah, I know exactly how that feels. When you're doing good in life, and then, bam, life hits you. And life hits you fast. And sometimes you don't even have enough time to process what the hell just happened to you. And you're like, man, so what now? So yeah, I know exactly what that feels like.
Job that I got 6 weeks ago, and before you say, oh, it's because of social media, it isn't. They laid off the entire division that I worked for. Everybody lost their jobs. Hundreds of people lost their jobs. So there goes my company car. There goes all the above. This is so not funny. Like, I just remember thinking the other day, I'm like, shit's way too good. Like, things are going great in my life. I got a great career. Like, I got everything I could possibly want in this life. And then I lost my job. So, are we gonna be looking for a new one?
Like, look how fragile our lives are. All it takes is just simply losing your job. All it takes is just simply losing your job, and now you don't know what the hell to do. Now your life is in a state of shock. Like, you feel the spiral about to come, and that's why all the emotion is coming out. You really are feeling what you're going through, and it's like, is this real? Like, is this really happening? Like, yes, it's really happening, and then your mind splits, and it's like, either I'm gonna go hard for this, or I'm gonna go hard for looking for another job. It's the only options. Like, you have no other options. If you were running off of a high of working a job, and now you don't have that job, oh no, we gotta figure this thing out. That's exactly what's going on. You don't know what to do because you're figuring it out. You wouldn't have to figure anything out if you had a backup plan, or if you had, you know what I mean, money saved up where you could give yourself time to figure things out. But if you don't have money saved up, which probably her situation is, you gotta get it out the mud, baby. You gotta get it out the mud. And what you may have to do moving forward, you may not like, just like the other girl, you may not like it, but it's gonna be something.
The answer is no. And that is because I'm a licensed loan originator. Now, okay, so
Licensed loan originator. I never heard that. Let's see what a licensed loan originator. I'm gonna take it back a little bit.
I got everything
everything I could possibly want in this life. And then I lost my job. So, are we going to be looking for a new one? The answer is no. And that is because I'm a licensed loan originator. Now, okay, so I was doing my license, like loan origination stuff, while I was interviewing for this job. And I was still doing it because I didn't know if I was going to get this job, like whatever. Then when I did get this job, I was so far along in it that I was like, I just need to see it through. I'm a 1099 employee, even if I don't do much with it, you know, even if I don't promote it a ton because I have a W-2 job, no big deal. I'm just going to go through with it. Finished the onboarding, everything like 2 weeks ago. Can I say thank God I did that? Because like, now I can originate mortgage loans, and that's why I'm not going to go and find another job. I'm just going to try this self-employment thing with my business, as well as loan origination. Don't know what it's going to look like now with the loan origination because technically I haven't like really done it yet. Like I'm employed, I'm sponsored, everything's good to go. I just mean I haven't processed a loan yet, which I'll totally be fine because the guy I'm working under is like going to walk me step by step on how to do it. I just need to find people that want to buy homes, so yeah. If you need to buy a home, let me know. Let me originate your loan for you. But yeah, I mean, this sucks. This totally sucks. I'm gonna go run.
Okay, I'm not really sure if he's showing Amazon workers that are losing their job. He's just showing people getting laid off or people losing their opportunity. It may not personally be Amazon. And the other girl, I don't know if she was working at Amazon. If she said it, then she said it, but I don't even remember her saying that. I just remembered her saying she was trying to get her life back in order by her reset day. She gave herself 6 months. She got 6 months to figure that out. That's what I really took from her story, that because I felt that. But if she worked at Amazon, I don't know. This might not just be Amazon. This might just be people getting laid off. So we just going to be reacting to that.
On all my errands because I know they're going to want this car back in the next couple of days, which is so freaking unfortunate. I am in a good place because I do have a 3-6 month emergency fund. I, have money in savings. Like, I could go 6 months bringing no income in, not a dollar, before I'd have to stress. And I know a lot of people are not in that position. That's why 3-6 month emergency funds are so important to have. But obviously, no one wants to lose their job. Like, that's so shitty, especially because I just started. Like, and I'm not the only one that just started. There was a couple of us that, like, literally had just started. Like, my start date was August 2nd. There's another gal who was, like, mid-August, and we find out we lose our jobs today, which is what, the 25th? I don't know what day it is. So I guess I'll take you through this journey of, like, my next steps and semi-unemployment, because it's not like I'm really unemployed, but, like, also, yeah, I kind of am, because I just lost a good chunk of my income, like a good $8,000 a month of my...
Man. 8,000 a month? What? I must be in the wrong... I'm in the wrong line of work. 8,000 a month. What the hell was you doing making 8,000 a month? That's like 2,500 a week, if I'm not mistaken. 25 a week. 5,000 in 2 weeks. 75 in 3 weeks. Nah, that's 10,000. But still, you making like 2,000 a week. $2,000 a week. That's good money. Yeah, it would hurt to lose that. Damn. You're gonna have to downsize your life, my girl. That's what that is. You're gonna have to downsize on life. Yeah. 8,000 a month. When she said that, that's when I felt it. I said, oh. Started crunching the numbers in my head. I'm like, oh. 8,000 a month. Yeah, that hurt. That one hurt.
What the freak am I gonna do? I just know that this is going to be a very hard point in my life. Like, things were going good for too long, like I said. This is going to be a very hard and stressful time. Probably one of the most challenging things that I've ever gone through is about to happen right now. So, not excited for that. I think I haven't cried yet. We just found out an hour and a half ago. I can't believe it's only been an hour and a half since I found out I lost my job.
Damn, she immediately went to the internet. I gave myself a week to process it before I really said anything. Like, that's wild. I mean, but hey, when you when you do talking videos online, you usually share your business. You know what I mean? You share what you can share, and that's something that people go through, and a lot of people share that online. Yep, lost my job. We all it's a new one every day. So I lost my job. Cause everybody's going through it, man. Everybody's going through it. And who knows who's next? Who knows who's next?
So, I haven't cried yet. I might. I really might, because I was really looking forward to this job, and it was such a good company. Like, one of the top in the world. One of the top pharma companies in the world. And it's gone. Right before my eyes, it's freaking gone. So, yeah, don't be mean, okay? Like, I'm already going through a lot. Like, I know some people are just gonna be asshats about it because some of you aren't the nicest. But, don't kick a person when they're down, okay? That's not funny or nice.
I just got fired from my job that I've been at for like almost 3 years.
Yep.
And I've never been fired before. I don't know what to do. They already put boxes by my desk, and I don't know what to do.
She is at work. Well, I guess it don't matter now. You can go ahead and record. But man, like, she didn't even give herself time to cry. She just, man. Yeah, losing your job really does suck, bro. It really does, especially when you know, your whole life kind of revolves around that job. Like, you gotta downsize your life. Like I said with the other girl, she was making $8K a month. Like, jeez, 8K. She probably was spending almost all of it. That's probably, well, she said she had savings, so can't say that. But this girl right here, like, she immediately took to the internet. Immediately. Just like, ain't even give herself time to process anything. She just came right to the internet. Damn. It make me rethink they whole angle about why they do it. Like, is it for sympathy points and stuff? I'm just like, damn, I'm trying to figure out life. I'm not trying to cry on camera. You know, for the emotional engagement. Like, I'm not trying to do all that. I'm just trying to tell the story, and if you feel me, you feel me. If you don't, you don't. But damn, man. I'm just seeing all the emotion on her face. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard because you like, damn, I know exactly how that feels. And like, yo, she really got me like, damn. Really, really feeling her pain with her.
I'm like shaking. I already disabled my account. I had stuff I need to grab from there. I have to say bye to the camera I've been using for the last 3 years and my laptop. Well, that's it. I packed my stuff, put it in my sister's truck. And, yeah. The truck's right there. What the fuck is life?
We were talked to and stuff that like getting laid off or stuff like that is such like a bad thing for our reputation and who we are.
Yeah.
When it's like literally just like I feel like we weren't prepared for life of that like shit can happen to good people who work hard too.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like I think it was such a fear tactic instead of a reality of like and shit might happen, you know? Instead it's like so I think that's why it hits us harder. Like
Yeah, because I feel like shame.
Yeah, exactly. When it's not like that. It's just that's kind of life. And it's relearning literally the whole thing. You know.
There's so much I have to say and so much I'm trying to figure out what to do. But
Like, yo, it's hard. It's hard for me to get through this emotionally charged part of her life. Like, she's just crying all day. But I mean, I guess because I'm not a woman. You know what I mean? I'm not a woman. It's hard for me to deal with emotional things. You know what I mean? Like when bad stuff happened to me, I don't really get emotional. I'm just like, damn. I just try to understand it. So I go into my head and I try to like piece stuff together and do the math, and I'm like, wow. I don't really just like go into an emotional like episode, you know. It's hard for me to like get really emotional over things. And I think that's like a defense mechanism I use in my life to not really go off on the deep end. But there are times when emotions is going to hit you hard enough and you going to break down no matter what it is. The last time I really cried was when my brother passed away. You know what I mean? That's the last time I really cried. Other than that, like, if it ain't nothing serious, like, I'm not crying. I lost my job, but I didn't cry about it. I just knew I had to get serious about life, especially in my situation. Now, these people, they probably lost like a really, 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 really good job. And I probably would cry over that because it's like my whole life is about to change. My whole mind, well, it's like that with any job, man. It's like that with any job. I don't even know what I'm saying, man. Let me just try to get through this thing, man.
Holy fuck. This is so... It's scary. It's scary to not have this safety, this thing. Just to have it be surprised just out of nowhere. I'm having a PB&J now. Finally got home after a really shit day, but if anyone needs photo or video work or social media work or video editing or content creation, all that, hit up my Instagram. Taken by Evelyn. I know I'll get through this, but what the fuck?
I just lost my job literally 30 minutes ago, and I haven't even fully processed it yet.
I like these. You haven't fully processed it, but you want to analyze and like really look at it. I don't know how she gonna break down or what she gonna do, but I'm willing to listen, man. Why is it more women and not dudes? I want to see some dudes that's going through it. I don't, you know, women, they really lay it on you when they going through it. They really lay it on you. And I don't know how much laid more I can take. I don't like the tears and like the crying. Like, it's hard for me to stomach it sometimes. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna watch it, but I don't want to get emotional. I don't, you know what I mean? Like them emotions, they transfer, man.
And I took a shower because I didn't know what to do with myself. I haven't told anyone. I haven't told my husband. I haven't told my mom who's here with the baby. I'm literally just trying not to panic. But I feel like I have to make this video, even though I don't want to make this video. I feel very, I guess, embarrassed. But this is real life, and honestly, right now, I'm just not even sure, like, what to do, because next month, we're gonna have no income coming in at all. I used to work literally 40 hours with these two jobs combined, and I'm going down to 5 hours a week. I know we're gonna be fine, but it's hard not to panic. So, my TikTok family, my moms that I love so much, I know you guys are very supportive, and so I figure, why not just share what's going on? And if you want to support in any way, literally, I don't ask for anything at all. Just share this video or comment on your favorite video that's on my channel, and I'm gonna update my affiliate links on my link in bio. I'm gonna put in parentheses which ones are affiliate if you want to support in that way. Honestly, I hate making this video. I do.
Well, why'd you make?
I don't know why every part of me is so uncomfortable with it, but here I am. Here's the truth. And if there's any chance...
You don't need to feel embarrassed. Girl, oh my God. There are a lot of people going through exactly what you were going through. Me being one of them. I had recently lost my job. I was unemployed for a whole month. Now I luckily got a little something to keep me going. You know what I mean? Like, you do not need to feel bad just because you lost your job. I know you're going to feel bad because it's like, damn, what the fuck do I do now? But ultimately, you still got a chance to get right in life. You definitely got a chance to get right. You ain't gotta just be, you know. I understand she's a woman, she's emotional. I know, but come on, man. Don't beat yourself up about that, about losing a job, because it wasn't your choice to make. Sometimes we lose our jobs because they just don't have enough room for us anymore. And the boomers, they've been there for a long time. The Gen X, they've been there for a while. So they usually got seniority up in the company. They've been around. You know what I mean? But we the new kids on the block. And the way our lives are going, like, things are changing rapidly. So we may not be able to keep up with the pace of the work environment, or they may. You remember, you know that the later you get there, you're the lower person on the totem pole, and it's always the lowest people that are gonna get let go first. That's how it goes.
That I can help grow this platform to hopefully make any kind of money from it. It would be great. I love making content, and I love this platform. But hopefully I can also find a job. Anyway, that's it. I don't know what else to say. I will keep you guys updated. I know we'll be okay. I know it. It's just so hard to process all of this at once. Bye.
You guys ever have one of those weeks? It's been that way for me.
Oh, man, he's up in age, too. Now, that's gotta really be hard. If you've been working for a company for a long time, like your whole life, and now you're all gray, trying to start over, oh my God, I can only imagine how difficult that could be. That's why before it even went anywhere, I'm just looking at this man. I'm like, he looked like he's up there. He's been around for a minute, and he ain't been playing, and he don't play no games. I'm intrigued to see where he's gonna go with this. I'm gonna take it back.
You guys ever have one of those weeks? It's been that way for me. Yesterday, I go into work. I go in the morning, and usually I'm the first one there. And yesterday, my boss was in there and lays me off. Just like that. He's a good guy, but I understand it's a business matter, but it still sucks. So now I'm like going through the day, doing things, and I forget, I don't have a job. So now I'm in the job hunt once again. And this is why I always liked working for myself. People think I'm crazy for wanting to do that. It's so much work. You know what? Yeah, but it's so much work, and it's iffy, and it's scary. But you can lose your regular job just like I did, just like that.
Yes, indeed. Yes, you can. Don't ever think you can't lose a job, because it's not about you. The company has a bottom line that they always trying to make sure they're maximizing. And if you just happen to be a way of them maximizing the bottom line, it's just too bad for you. Too bad for you. Any one of us could lose our job at any point in time. I feel that, and I understand that. And these people that we seeing going through the worst times in their life, it's a testament to that. And I like that they speaking their truth, man. I like that they coming out and sharing this, because I was going through this, man. And it was hard for me. It was hard for me.
These companies don't care about you. Companies don't care about you. It's about business. It's about making money. If they're not making money and they can save a penny by letting you go, they're going to let you go. That's why I always talk about, people think I have a bad work ethic. I don't. I just don't do the little extras when I work for somebody else. Because in the end, this is what happens. It doesn't matter. All the little extras you did, all the extra work that they ask you to do that you did, it doesn't matter if they need to save a penny. So where's the loyalty? And then when you're in your 50s, like I am, 56.
Damn.
I'm 57. I'm going to be 50. In October, I'm going to be 57. Unbelievable. But when you reach this age, nobody really wants to hire you anymore, because...
Damn. I think he's right about that. once you're in this age, it's like nobody wants to hire you. Like, you're so close to retirement, it's like, why would I bring you on? You're not gonna be around for too long. Yeah, that's like, it's just kind of like how my situation. I got a felony on my record. They look at me the same way, man. They look at me the same way. It's that difficult. The difficulty spikes up the older you get. No matter where you at, the difficulty spikes up. That's what we seeing right here, baby. The difficulty spike. You was on normal difficulty for all your life. Now we on veteran max difficulty. Yeah, let's go get it, soldier.
You got a lot of life experience. The places can't take advantage of a 56-year-old because they'll tell them to go F off, right? So they rather go with the younger people, younger generation, pay them less to do your job. So, like, it's really hard. It's really hard to get a job somewhere at this age. So I'm in for a rough time. Thank God I have a little side business. I always have something going in the background. But that's even taking a hit these days. So wish me luck, folks.
So it's June 10th, and I just got laid off. Crazy. But at the same time, like, okay. So I just got laid off. And like,
Yep. I know that feeling.
it's like still hitting me, I think. What do I do?
Yeah. I feel it. She not saying nothing, but I feel exactly what she going through. Yeah.
This is so funny to me.
I've cried a lot today and over the last few days, so I think, as far as I'm aware, I won't be crying on the internet. I lost my job.
Is she Irish or Australian or something? I'm trying to figure out her accent.
Don't really know what else to say after that. I lost my job. It went public today, so I can talk about it now.
It could be UK. She's from the UK, maybe.
I've been in this situation before. So for those of you who don't know, if I've landed on your For You page, I worked for a small independent business, and I won't go into it too much, but being in a small independent business in this climate is really, really hard. It has been shit, basically, and where I worked have decided to close. This now means I'm unemployed. That's scary for me. I don't really know what to do. I've never been in this situation. I don't have anything to fall back on. I have no security, so I need to find another job, and I don't have a lot of time to do it in. That scares me a lot, and I've had a lot of emotions about it. That being said, I am part of the TikTok Creator Fund, so if you do see any of my content and you interact, that'd be great, because every bit counts, and at the moment I've not made a lot, but if you do see my content and interact with it, then I'd really appreciate it, because at least I can earn a little bit of pennies. It's not a lot, but
See, yeah, that's rough trying to depend on your social media presence when most of what you pay for in your life, it comes from your regular job. You know, it's nice to have that as a backup plan. It's nice to have that as, you know, a subsidiary income. But for someone like me who it's always just been a job, I haven't made money off YouTube or anything like that, so I wouldn't know what it's like to have even that much support, because that can still get you by on little shit, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you might be able to get something to eat, you know, like depending on how much savings you got. But, you know, when you get to that level, you know, you can actually eat off what you make, the stuff you make online. But I'm nowhere near that, so I can't even imagine.
you know, unemployment, so need everything I can get.
Get ready with me while I tell you how I just got fired from my big girl corporate job. I'm with this company for like 3 years. I've been in this specific role for only like 6 months. Okay, it's going downhill. That's it. This company's been going downhill. That's why they have to fucking fire everybody. I made it through 2 huge like corporate layoff sessions. Don't know fucking how. Back in November, when I originally worked for like the customer service side, whatever, they did a giant layoff and fired everybody from that team. Like, woke up one morning, manager at the time was like, she texted me, I was supposed to go in at like 10 o'clock, I think. She texted me like 8 a.m. I was like, hey, there's a quick meeting on the calendar if you want to jump in. At 8 a.m., it's okay, I'm going till 10. I'll talk to you then. I did end up just hopping on the fucking meeting, because why the fuck are you texting me that? It was the CEO of the company firing everybody. And there were people crying and shit, like on a Zoom meeting. Also, this is all work from home. Like, I worked completely remote, okay? And then a couple days later, they told us, like, few of you can move over to this sales role. Issue number 1. I'm not a salesperson. So I did decide to do that. It was going pretty well until like end of April, mid-May. I can't remember. Anyway, they put me on like a performance review because like I wasn't doing bad, but I wasn't doing like absolutely amazing, like whatever. For a couple months where I was literally having to like meet with my manager twice a week. She's like on my ass. I'm being micromanaged. A couple weeks go by and I haven't had a touch base meeting in a second. And I was like, oh my god, like, I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I don't have to meet with my manager twice a fucking week anymore. Like, hello? That's the only thing that makes sense. This was so out of the blue. Well, kind of. Anyway, so I thought...
I just been trying to follow. Like, I kind of blanked out while she was talking. Like, this is so, like, I don't even know what to call it. It's just... Yeah, I guess everybody got their own style of delivery. But I think I missed like almost half of everything she said. I'm not even gonna go back. I'm just gonna let it play.
I was doing good, whatever. And then the other day, I woke up. So I usually go in at like...
Oh, she just got to the story. She just got to the story.
I woke up the other day and it was like earlier than usual. I was like, I have a weird feeling today. I was like, let me check my work calendar. Just to see. On my work calendar, for when I go in at 1 p.m. on the dot, there was a random meeting that had been scheduled earlier that morning with a random woman I had never met before, and then like an HR person. And I was like, I had mad anxiety. My manager at the time was super cool. It was cool. So I messaged her, and I was like, hey, what's this meeting about? And she was like, let me check. That bitch already fucking knew what it was. She did not check shit. But she comes back a little bit later and she was like, they're gonna discuss performance. Again, I fucking knew I was cooked. I knew it was done. I'm like, oh, okay, it's just like a final warning. Like, give me something. She took a long time to respond. And she said they're gonna discuss performance. I'm like, so the meeting comes, like, I'm freaking the fuck out. I don't even know why, because I'm just, like, about to be fired. Like, how's this gonna go down? Am I gonna freak the fuck out? No, I didn't. I jump on. First of all, I clock in. Yeah, no, I'm gonna get clocked in before you fucking fired. The first girl comes in. Like I said, I've never met this girl in my life. Like, trying to make conversation and shit, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, why are you doing this to me? You're, like, edging me for this fucking fire. The HR person comes in, and I know the HR person because she was my old manager when I worked in the customer service role. She was that manager, and when we all got fired from customer service, she moved up to HR, whatever, don't know. So she comes in and immediately flips the switch. She's like reading all the shit she has to fucking read to me because I'm being fired, whatever. Effective immediately, we're terminating your employment. So switched it up so fucking quick. It was so scary. So yeah, and then it takes them 7 minutes. I'm not fucking kidding you. The entire meeting took 7 minutes for me to be fired. Not the HR person, the other one.
7 minutes. Yeah, most meetings always want to take an hour. So 7 minutes. They made sure they got you off the clock.
One was like, so you can go ahead and not work today, or you don't have to clock in. Oh baby, I'm clocked in. I'm clocked in right now. Those 7 minutes, I'm being paid for. Yeah, they were literally like, you're handling this really well. What do you want me to say? You want me to yell at you? You want me to beat you up via Teams? Like, fuck off. So that happened. Yeah, 7 fucking minutes to lose my corporate girly job.
That's what I feel like when you lose your job and they're like, man, you're taking this pretty well. Like, well, what am I supposed to do? Like, am I supposed to get belligerent and wild? Like, I was raised better than that. This just means that I don't work here no more. I gotta find somewhere else to work. Okay. Understandable. Have a nice day. Like, everybody's not gonna lose their shit over losing a job. Like, they might lose it when they get home, but ultimately, like, they're not gonna take it out on anybody else who doesn't deserve it. You know what I mean? You just making a decision. You're just telling me what the company wants to do with me. It's not like you're the one that's really firing me. You're just telling me I've been terminated. You're just the one letting me know what happened. You know what I mean? So, I get it.
And then I think I literally went and got coffee or something because I was like, what am I gonna do? I didn't finish doing my makeup at all. That's so funny that I have to continue to do this right now. But anyway, so today that's what I have to go do. I have to FedEx them their shit back.
My name is Dominic, and I just got fired for the second time ever in my life.
Damn, bro. The second time ever. Yeah. How many times have I been fired? 1, 2. Yeah, I got fired a couple times, man. I got fired 3, 4 times. If I got that correct. Yeah, I've been fired 4 times, man. 4 different times. Other jobs I walked out on, but yeah, I got fired 4 different times. Maybe it was 5. I know what it's like to get fired. Oh yes, I know what it's like to get fired. I always get fired for either not putting enough effort in or for just making a crucial mistake that I didn't think was a mistake until somebody told me, yeah, that's a mistake. So yeah, I know the feeling.
I just want to first start off by saying thank you so much to Banana Republic for giving me the opportunity to work there at one of the darkest times in my life. That meant so much to me, and I'm so honored and thrilled to have been working at one of the last physical standing stores in the United States, because if you didn't know, Banana Republic is mostly moving to online shopping. And with that said, thank you so much to my boss for seeing something in me and believing in me when I didn't think anybody else did. That meant so much to my spirit, and it meant so much to my soul, and I'm never, ever, ever going to forget that feeling for the rest of my life.
And see, this is why I wanted to hear the guys' position when they lost their job. Because ultimately, it's a shitty feeling to lose your job. But when it's a job that you were grateful for, this is how you feel. It's like, man, it was a dark time in my life. I really appreciated that opportunity they gave me, because that's how I felt with the last company that I worked with, man. I was going through a really, really dark time in my life. My brother had just passed away. I had just got out of jail maybe like 7, 8 months ago. And I was like, man, I don't know who's going to hire me after the bullshit that I done did. But they gave me a chance. And yeah. So I know exactly how he feeling. He said he was at a dark point. Man, I know exactly how that feel. I was at a dark point in my life when they gave me a chance. And now I'm trying to figure it out again. But yeah, real talk.
But, I thought my boss and I were really good friends, and it turns out we're not. So, here's the story. So, this was on Wednesday, a couple days ago at around 11 a.m. It was raining pretty hard outside, so there was a lot of traffic coming into the mall, so the store was really, really busy at the moment. I was folding clothes in the dressing room that people wore, and while I was doing that, I was thinking to myself, I haven't had Mexican food in a while. There was a Chipotle down at the first level of the mall that I was working at, and I was like, quesarito with barbacoa and some red sauce would be super, super gas right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go get one. So I do what any good, responsible employee would do when it's not my break, because it wasn't my break at the time. Let me make that clear. It was not my break. I call my boss and I tell him, hey, I know I'm on the clock right now, but I haven't had Mexican food in a while. Could I go downstairs and get some Chipotle? I'll be back in about 23 minutes. And he, this guy is in Guadalajara, Mexico, mind you. He's on vacation in Guadalajara, Mexico right now. He says to me, hey man, thank you so much for calling me. I really appreciate you doing this, but could you please not do that? And I yelled in his face super fucking aggressively.
What?
So, we're going back and forth for a little bit. There's mostly insults being thrown, mostly me throwing the insults at him. And he eventually gives out and he apologizes and he says, hey man, I'm really sorry. I shouldn't be speaking to you this way. That's really unprofessional. Do you forgive me? And I told him he probably shaves his pubic hair into weird designs.
What?
And he said, okay, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to fire you. And I was like, I'm gonna go get my quesarito downstairs, pussy. And then I hung up the phone.
What?
And I.
What?
Get ready with me to.
What? Why? This man. This. You mean to tell me this man intentionally got fired? Intentionally? Cause I'm like, hold on, man. Like, I thought you just got fired just because. No, you wanted to get fired. Wow. Damn. He really had me going in the first half. He really had me going in the first half. I ain't gonna lie. I was really feeling him like, yeah, man, I know when it was a dark time. What? This man just flung all type of insults at his boss. He called his boss, who's on vacation right now. Like, was he the only one in the store? I don't know, man, but I think that guy was really going through it, man.
Get fired. So back up, I will explain. I work in marketing for a big financial services company. And we have been in the midst of a lawsuit for the past 4 years. And it's pretty clear that nobody thought that we would lose this lawsuit with the CFPB. Okay, and the outcome is...
Ooh, she got a crazy story. She's on the inside of a lawsuit. Yo, what happened, shorty? What happened? Tell us, since they let you go, what happened? What did y'all do?
If we lost this lawsuit, we basically could not sell our services over the phone. So unfortunately for the company I work for, half of our business is based on phone sales. So when we got that decision about a month ago that, okay, you lost the lawsuit that everybody thought we were going to win, you lose all of your call centers and the ability to sell on the phone. So in the last month, everybody's been trying to figure out what to do, which obviously we should have been preparing for the last 4 years, but to my credit, that was before my time. But it just kind of took everybody by surprise, but it shouldn't have, right? So the last month we've been trying to make plans to sell purely online, and with the projections and the numbers, it's not going great. So one thing we did know is that we'd have to let go of all the call center employees. So yesterday, 800 employees lost their jobs. And today is the corporate reduction. And last night, I got an email from the CMO. We're meeting this morning, so pretty sure I'm on the chopping block. So at least we knew it was coming, but it doesn't make it that much better.
Damn.
You know, I wasn't sure if I was going to make the first round of cuts, and after I got that email from him yesterday, I was like, well, I guess that's my answer. And I cried. I had to cry. Feel defeated and helpless because obviously you feel like when you work for a really big corporation that you're secure, that you have some security. And
yeah, that's exactly how you feel, but that is not the reality. That is not the reality, because most of these companies have at-will employment. I don't know where you live or what state you're in or nothing like that, but at least where I'm at, the state I'm in, it's at-will employment. They can fire you as soon as they get good and ready, and you can quit the job as soon as you get good and ready. That's how it is. But that at-will employment, it don't matter what it is. When they're ready to get rid of you, they will get rid of you. It's that simple.
I'm finding that you really don't have security at all. So that's been interesting. Some good news though is that I'm going to Palm Springs with my husband, and We're meeting up with some friends for the weekend, and I'm so excited. I've never been to Palm Springs, and I thought, okay, I'm going to get laid off, which 90% sure that's what's happening this morning.
Well, yeah. This is the end of the video. This was an interesting watch. Because I got to see multiple people go through what I went through when I lost my job, bro. It was very interesting because I could actually feel their pain, man. I felt what they were going through, and it's like, wow. I thought I was alone. You know what I mean? I thought I was alone. But there's a lot of people going through this out here, man. Amazon was just in the title, but we saw all types of people losing their job here, man. So that's about it, guys. Professor Hawk signing out. Hawk Sensei bids you adieu. Hope you enjoyed this reaction, guys. Toodaloo.